Huntsville, what's happening, guys? This is Wendy Mike.
I'm Will.
And you are tuned in to Huntsville Insider. This is your rundown experience. This is everything that you guys need to know about this past week. We have had a pretty fun-filled week.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on, a lot of good things happening in the city, and we of course recorded Saturday.
Yeah.
Got to talk to some really interesting folks, David and Morgan Goss, and their episode will be coming up next week.
Absolutely.
And of course, this upcoming week, we're going to be releasing our episode with Mayor Tommy Battle.
That's awesome.
Mayor and gubernatorial candidate. That's 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. You can download that for your ride to work.
Yeah, and it's going to be an amazing show. We had a ton of fun. I actually made the mayor laugh numerous times. And it wasn't just looking at my face when he laughed either. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun coming out. And so we're really excited because this past week, I actually got to get out and about a little bit more. If you guys didn't know, Salty Nut Brewery, again, is where we typically film. We did the mayor's episode of Top Golf because, why pass that opportunity up? But on Wednesday night, Jonathan Carter, which is a local musician, amazing talent. He's also the lead singer for the River Rats. He comes out and does an acoustic spot at Salty Nut every Wednesday, and you never know who's going to show up and play with him. Like sometimes some of the members of the Pragmatic show up. Philip is the bartender there. He's got one of those acoustic, like a drum box.
Those box things, those things are awesome.
He'll crank that thing out and get to go into town on that thing as well. And so it's just a ton of fun. And so you got to come out and see him. Will stood me up. He was my date last Wednesday. He stood me up, but I don't blame him. But music starts at 6:30. There's typically a food truck out there too.
Yeah, and I imagine it's a good food truck because anytime I've eaten at Salty Nut from a food truck, it's been phenomenal. Like top-notch food truck stuff.
Anyway, so this past week, you actually got a chance to go and attend the Downtown Rescue Mission opens their
it was a ribbon cutting ceremony for Owens House. Now, a little bit of background on the Downtown Rescue Mission. Of course, they're known probably most for providing shelter for homeless folks.
Right.
You can go and you can get 3 meals, each day. They'll provide you a place to sleep. And you can even hang around there if you want to, I think, throughout the day. But they also have a program. It's for folks maybe with a drug or alcohol problem, or really just folks who need a restart in life. Mm-hmm. And so for the longest time, they've had both the men and the women staying in the same place. Right. And thankfully it's worked. Right. No main or huge problems. But with the opening of Owens House, what they're able to do is provide a separate place for the women and children. And so it's not only for, women or children who may be homeless, but also women or children in bad domestic situations. They can go there. This is a shelter for them. It's a safe place. They can... Good job. Because one of the things that they mentioned during the ribbon cutting is that, the kids don't necessarily... they're not necessarily being abused all the time. Mm-hmm. The woman may be taking abuse, and so it's somewhat difficult for her to get away because she doesn't want to leave the kids. Right. But this is a place that the kids can come and they'll just take them all in. Great, awesome facility. Got computers, places to sleep, educational things that they do there. It's a phenomenal place, and something that I know the folks at the Downtown Rescue Mission are really proud of and have worked really hard to. Just a few numbers here. So last year, they provided 80,000 nights of shelter. So if somebody goes, they need a place to stay for the night. Man. That's one. They provided 271,000 meals, 41,000 articles of clothing. This is, to me, what is most impressive. Combined volunteer hours at the Downtown Rescue Mission was 28,000.
Don't you volunteer there?
No. Though I probably should.
Well, you met someone from...
I've met... I can't even remember her name, to be honest with you.
I don't remember the dude's name when you brought him out to the adventure race.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name? He was really nice guy.
Yeah, and you can go by there. They'll show you around, show you what they do. I've done that.
Yeah.
They also have thrift stores. You've seen them around town.
Yep.
That's their big funding mechanism. And so, whether you're looking for some thrift store clothes, which I own many of.
Me too.
Or looking for a place to get rid of, some stuff you're cleaning out your closet, please keep them in mind.
Which I split my efforts with them and also the ARC, because I'm more dog friendly.
Right.
We're a dog friendly house, and so we donate a lot of stuff to their thrift stores as well. So that's really cool. These guys are doing a fantastic job. They're right here in our city, and they need all the help they can get.
Yeah, and I think they've still got about $500,000 that they need to raise for this building. So if you're interested and so inclined, you can, they'll name a room in your honor or something like that, like in exchange for a donation. So monetary donation as well as volunteering those are both things that they're looking for. Real
quick, there's some contact information here. So for men's services, you can contact Michael Rains. It's 256-536-2441. The extension is 323. Again, the extension is 323. For women's services, Elena Swan, same number, 256-536-2441. Extension is 353. Real quick, I should have disclaimered in the beginning, we are filming at the house, and so you're going to hear the boy in the background fussing at his mom, and then the dog that you hear barking is actually Xena, the warrior princess, the Dotson that won the Dotson Derby race at the Habit game.
3-year reigning champion.
For the third time, for the third year in a row. Anyway, so in other news, we have Boeing is expanding production in Huntsville.
Yeah, a few episodes ago, probably a month or two after we started the podcast, we did a couple of episodes on kind of the history of Huntsville. Just different things that the city of Huntsville has been about. We talked about Von Braun.
Will and I completely geeked out on that episode too. It was so fun.
And so you had Von Braun, but then after that, talking about just some of the missile programs and stuff that's been developed here. One of those things was the Patriot missile system, which is a defensive missile program. So, low altitude stuff like over in Israel, different places, mortars being fired. Patriot missiles, kept our troops safe during Desert Storm and have been used and are still used.
Missiles.
And so Boeing's expanding their production of those Patriot missiles here in Huntsville. It's supposed to mean, adding 70 employees. To be able to do this. They've spent a lot of money, new 28,000 square foot, looks like $45 million to expand this program in Huntsville.
And to them it's like, we'll drop 45 mil on that to expand. Me, I'm like, I'm going to drop $45 to go get some mulch. I'm like, eesh.
Right. Nothing to Boeing, I'm sure.
Right. Anyway, so that's amazing news. That's big stuff. Did you want to hit on anything else? Because the financial, what they said is Boeing's financial impact on Alabama has been measured at $2.3 billion annually.
That's insane.
According to the state. That is
my mind can't even comprehend that much money.
I can't either, dude. That's like Scrooge McDuck, Richie Rich right there, dude. That is awesome.
Did you see it?
Yes.
This next thing, did you see it?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it all over Facebook too, and then had to go get a glimpse of it. So the Super Guppy is in the house. Super Guppy is here. It's in Huntsville.
Well, it was.
What? Wait, I'm sorry.
It was, and now it's headed to Florida with some
Marshall.
fancy space stuff that we built.
It's so cool.
I say we like I was out there hammering in rivets or something, but
we can say we.
Huntsville.
It's like they're our home team. We can root for them.
Right.
So this is really cool too. So the giant cargo plane landed in Huntsville Monday afternoon, left ahead of schedule Tuesday morning to avoid potential severe weather that rolled into the south that night, which we did have some wind damage out here too. It was carrying the Orion stage adapter that will connect the SLS to the crew vehicle. It's the only piece of the SLS that is totally unique to Huntsville too. Yeah,
designed here, built here, tested here, and now it's going to go into space, I guess.
It's amazing, man.
This plane though it's pretty
freaking goofy looking.
It's goofy looking, but
freaking goofy looking, man.
I probably almost ran over about 3 cones on the South Parkway trying to get a picture of it.
Looking up in the sky?
Not just looking at it, but I'm like, I got to get a picture.
Right.
Which is probably don't do that. That's probably one of the dumbest things I did last week was try to get a picture of the Super Guppy.
So just so you guys know,
everybody around me though, they I guess knew I was drunk or
right.
Knew
you were drunk.
Something
Was.
Well, no, it was the middle of the day. I was on, supposed to be selling print stuff, but they gave me a wide berth, and I didn't get my picture, but I did see it, and it was cool.
So Will and I are birds of a feather flock together. So I was rolling down University, heading to record at Salty Nut on Saturday, and saw Clayton's truck, Clayton Henchman, who is running for Congress, District 5. And I saw his truck at O'Charlie's and did the same thing. Rolled my window down with my phone hanging out the window because I wanted to snap a photo. It's like, you can't hide from me. But anyway, so
there's going to be a spot on the insurance form that you fill out after you had a wreck. What were you doing? Trying to take a picture?
Were you snapping a photo with your phone? Or is your name Mike or Will?
Right.
So that was about everything that went on. Always, 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 we want to thank Salty Nut Brewery for giving us a place to hang our hats up and a place to record these amazing episodes that we're coming out with. So how can they hit the podcast up?
Podcast launches every Wednesday at 7 a.m. If you've got an iPhone, it's available on Apple Podcast. If you've got an Android, it's available on Google Play and any number of podcast repositories. There's a lot of them.
Gazillion of them. I know Podbean was one of them.
Yeah, Podbean's where we host it. But hit us up, subscribe, and you'll get our episode downloaded every week so that you can listen to it on your way to work.
Yep. So big thing is whenever you're listening to the podcast, at the end of that podcast, we're going to cut back in and we're going to tell you everything you need to know about the weekend coming up. So this is the rundown portion. This is where we talk about everything that went on last week. So if you want to hear what's coming up and then hear us talking about what happened, then you can be on the same page with it too. So always make sure that you listen to that last little bit.
You get a good Huntsville story, and then you keep listening, and you get to some stuff for your weekend.
Yep.
We help you plan your weekend with a few pro tips and.
Yeah, we throw in some pro tips in there because Will and I have been around the block a couple times. Me more than him, a lot more often. But anyway, so this next episode is Mayor Tommy Battle coming up. You guys do not want to miss that. And also, we got a couple really cool surprises for you as well because I get endorsed. On this episode.
We'll reveal your T-shirt.
Reveal the T-shirt. The T-shirt's coming out, and the endorsement is coming out. So you don't miss it. Thank you always. Thank you to Ingram's Complete Comfort for sponsoring this portion of the episode. So for all your comfort needs, their service truly does exceed. Their number is 256-679-4792. That was a susur. It's called pausing for effect.
Well done.
Thank you.
Very well done.
Their Alabama certification number is 15111. Give them a call because you're going to need them. Also want to thank Rocket City Digital for fueling the episode, and then thank you to all of our other sponsors that have jumped on board. We got some really cool stuff to announce coming up really fast. So guys, as always, we want to thank you, though, the listeners and viewers of these videos and podcasts, for tuning in to Huntsville Insider, your inside source to all things. Take it, Will.
Huntsville.
Oh, there you go.